These stories are inspired by the actual case files of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research.
Are they still in the pool?
I'll make sure they keep the noise down for your nap.
Nice form, honey.
You've got to get back to the site, Jimmy.
You think so?
Hey, did you remember to file the notice for that variance?
Well, I'm pretty sure I did.
What the hell does that mean? Either you did or you didn't.
Come on, Bobby boy. It's a scorcher out. Let's wait till it cools off, huh? Do some laps, get in some siesta time.
He's an idiot, Katie.
He's your brother.
How the hell am I supposed to relax, you know? Harley's on my back, the banks won't cut me any slack. What the hell am I supposed to do, huh?
Oh, why don't I help you?
Hey, my brother might see her. You crazy?
A little bit. Come on. Come on.
Hey, Bobby. Katie?
For some, ghosts and hauntings are merely frightening tales told around a campfire. For others, they can be a terrifying reality. Can restless spirits wander our world in search of retribution? In case 905-209, OSIR investigators discovered that the sins of a man's past might not always stay buried.
Case manager's log, Prager reporting. We're investigating the drowning of Jimmy Sheffield. We were contacted by local homicide detectives following the coroner's refusal to rule on a cause of death. The family's lack of cooperation with our investigation has led us to proceed with discretion.
You okay?
I guess. We're in trouble, aren't we?
No, I don't think so. Let me freshen that up.
Well, we weren't sure whether to drain it or just have it cleaned.
Well, don't look too bad to me.
We had a dead body in it. Can't imagine anything worse.
Someone take a header in the showering?
Just, do your job, okay, pool boy?
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
Go check the drain.
Do what you must.
Pending an inquest, it's death by misadventure. There was a significant amount of alcohol in Jimmy Sheffield's system. Maybe he had one too many and banged his head in the pool.
No, Anton, those marks look like somebody strangled him.
He could have got those scratches before he drowned.
Background.
Well, he and his older brother, Robert, were partners in a real estate development firm. They inherited the business from their father after he committed suicide.
If this keeps up, the Sheffields will bump the Kennedys off the tabloids.
The grandfather, Harrison Sheffield, still runs the family business from behind the scenes.
Harrison Sheffield?
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who built the reservoir, put that town on the map.
That's right, and he still owns half the town.
He bought a lot of friends and made a lot of enemies. Maybe this was payback time. All right, let's get close to the Sheffields and see what they're up to.
I still don't understand why the coroner hasn't made a ruling. Someone pulled Jimmy under the water.
And you vote for Robert. I don't know. It feels like something's missing here.
Yeah, such as this. There was silt found in Jimmy Sheffield's lungs. The coroner couldn't explain why.
So, where did Jimmy get a mouthful of muddy water?
Ow. Oh, the shaft's bent.
Shaft's fine. Your left arm is bent. Firm it up. Keep it stiff.
So what happened at the Sheffield's pool?
Well, there's not enough suction in the drain to drag a grown man down. The pool water and filters don't have a trace of silt. Now, this reservoir feeds the whole area, and it's loaded with silt.
And?
Well, I mean, I can't be sure yet, but the pH balance is about right. I mean, he could have been drowned here and then moved to the pool.
No time. Less than 10 minutes lapsed from the last time he was seen alive to when he was doing the dead man's float. Ah! Well, got rid of the slice.
Sheffield Vistas? Anything to do with the Harrison Sheffield?
Actually, he's my grandfather.
Really? That must be quite a thrill having such a powerful relative.
It has its moments. Well, as you can see, phase 1 will be completed by the end of the year. And demolition for phase 2 will begin soon after that.
Phase 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right here, out here across the street. That whole row of homes will be coming down.
What about the people that live there?
They'll be fine. Would you excuse me for a moment, please? Why don't you take a look at the hot tub out back? It's a beautiful, top-of-the-line model. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Excuse me.
Mr. Sheffield.
Look, Miss Jameson, we're offering you more than fair value for your house, plus moving expenses. If you have any other problems, please just contact our attorneys.
It's not about me. I was wondering, how's your brother?
Jimmy, passed away on Tuesday.
Oh, no.
Why would you ask about him?
It sounds crazy, but I know what happened. I know he was murdered.
This is ridiculous. It was an accident.
I saw the whole thing. Well, I mean, I wasn't there, but it's as though I were. It was like I was dreaming. But I was wide awake.
Look, Miss Jameson, my brother is dead. Katie, would you please take her home?
Yes.
I came here out of concern. You might try to treat a person with a little respect. Take a lesson from your grandfather.
Miss Jameson, you know nothing about me or my family. Please, Kate, get her out of here.
Come with me, Miss Jameson.
How very strange.
Yes, very strange. I'm
Who
sorry
is she?
about that. That's Mrs. Jameson. She lives in one of the homes that we're tearing down. But don't worry. She'll be in a home someplace by the time you move in.
What a relief.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a chance to look at the hot tub?
No, but I'd love to see it.
Oh, well, I'd be glad to show you.
Come. Robert Sheffield seemed pretty friendly with his brother's widow.
Too friendly?
Let's just say that her mourning period was about as short as her skirt. The entire Sheffield family seems corrupt.
You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family, huh?
We're devoting significant resources to investigating people who may very well turn out to be murderers.
So if you were a lawyer, you'd only defend innocent clients. You'd be out of work pretty quick.
What I'm saying is that Jimmy Sheffield's death may be tied to the family's past. You should have seen Robert and Katie when the old lady started talking about her vision of Jimmy's death.
The old lady?
Bridget Jameson. She's been a real pain to the Sheffields. She's lived in her house since the early 50s. All of her neighbors have sold out, but she refuses to go.
Tough old bird. Well, let's check her out. Maybe she's got pre-cognitive abilities.
Are you suggesting she really had a premonition about Sheffield's death?
Hey, she may be picking up signals from Moose Jaw for all we know. Okay. There's the reservoir. The drowning happened at the Sheffield mansion, right? Did the police ever get a statement from the old man himself?
Well, he claims to have been asleep at the time.
He's pretty much a recluse.
Well, why should we let a little thing like that stop us?
Don't let him frighten you. He's really a pussycat.
And I still have my teeth in my claws. So, you want to do an article about my Jimmy? Why?
We thought that our readers at Business Illustrated would find his story inspiring.
Because he's dead?
Because what he's achieved will live on, much like yourself, Mr. Sheffield.
He's achieved nothing. He's a fool. He does have his moments of charm.
Your partner's very attractive. Are you two a number?
No, we just work together.
Well, I'm a bit of a writer myself. Poetry, mostly. Not published yet, but...
Well, really? Well, you could be a big help to us collecting background information on Mr. Sheffield.
Oh. I could give you lots of juicy stuff. For instance, there's a guy, name of Harley, called the boys a lot. Put the fear of God into them.
The issue of succession is always hard in a family business. How do you plan to deal with this? Who will take over now that Jimmy is gone?
Robert is, well, capable. But I'm gonna keep my hand in.
Will Robert follow in the family tradition?
What do you mean?
I always understood that you were a real shark when it came to wheeling and dealing.
Making enemies is the cost of doing business. You know, Ms. Donner, the business considerations of Jimmy's death are just that. Business. There are other considerations, I suppose.
I'm sorry. It must have been tragic for you to lose him like that.
It doesn't begin to describe it.
I hope that you didn't have to see it happen.
No. But I knew.
You knew?
She didn't think I recognized her. But I did.
Who? Katie?
The child.
He's been having nightmares. Almost every night since, you know.
Must have been about 7 years old.
Jimmy. together sometime. For coffee.
Who?
She didn't breathe a word. Stood there, dripping wet. All the while, Jimmy was drowning.
Did anyone else see this child?
No. But she was telling me what was happening, and I almost saw it. No. No.
Mr. Sheffield, what is it?
She's back! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! No! Get away!
What is it? Is she here? Do you see her?
Yeah, have a look. There's silt in the water you brought back from the mansion.
There's a mass of silt in Jimmy's lungs?
Well, the centrifuge isn't done yet, but I'm guessing they all came from the same place.
The reservoir. Yeah. If this is a hoax, someone's gone to a lot of trouble.
And if it's not?
And then we better find out who or what that little girl is.
This used to be a real neighborhood. We had a butcher and an excellent greengrocer right here on this block. And lots of families with children, little houses with gardens. Oh, and they strip mine the whole blessed place. Bring on the cappuccino bars.
You told Robert Sheffield that you had these terrible visions of Jimmy's death?
Yes. I saw skeletons. They look a bit like Halloween skeletons, and they were taking Jimmy and pulling him down beneath the water. These demons, because I think that's what you could call them, they reminded me of stories that I'd heard when I was little. Banshees, my mother called them. There's no love lost between me and the Sheffields. But I surely would never wish that fate on anyone.
Of course not. You ever had these feelings before?
Well, they started when the Sheffields started trying to railroad me out of my home. Bits and pieces, nothing really that I could focus on until the other day.
Have you ever had any psychic phenomena in your family, Miss Jameson?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I was raised by the Sisters of San Sebastian. They took me in when I was only a slip of a girl.
Oh, so you were orphaned?
They told me that my family abandoned me when they returned to Ireland. Well, that was over 60 years ago. I couldn't have been more than 7.
You know, I would like very much to have you to the lab, and maybe we could take some tests, try to understand where those dreams are coming from. Yeah, I suspect you have a very special gift.
Gift?
Rearrange your face. I promise. The end of the week. Only if you got it. All right, next week. Get out.
Here's the plate number. Hendricks got black stretch limo.
I'll have my contacts at the DMV check it out. I should have something for you this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Ray.
Lindsay?
Ray?
How's Bridget?
Anton's with her. So far, she's showing no signs of any clairvoyant ability. Anything new on Sheffield?
Robert seems to have got himself mixed up with the wrong crowd. Someone sent him a message.
Killing his brother? Some message.
Yeah.
Do you think Jimmy knew about us?
In the long run, Jimmy wasn't so sharp.
Why'd you marry him?
Oh, I don't know. We had fun. He loved me. I hadn't met you yet. Maybe it was the money. I'm not a romantic, Bobby. Not like that. Can't afford to be. Is it Harley? Is that what's bothering you?
Well, don't you think Harley had something to do with Jimmy's death? If Harley doesn't get his money soon, I could be next.
Harley's not stupid. If he kills you, then he can't collect. It's just bad business.
Here. I gotta go do some stuff, all right?
Come back, Bobby. Fine. I'll just soak a bit. No point both of us getting uptight.
It's freezing. Have you been fiddling with the thermostat?
Waterbed's the same temperature it's been every night, Mr. Sheffield. You know what the doctor said? It's good for your back.
Oh, leave me alone, I turtle. I was freezing.
My. Aren't we in fine form tonight?
So I passed all my tests, did I?
With flying colors. Thanks for indulging us, Miss Jameson.
Well, I hope that you can find something useful among all of this.
Well, you've been through a lot in your life. Maybe some of these visions are stress-related. What do you see?
It's happening! It's happening again! Oh, my banshees! They won't let her go!
Okay, thanks, guys.
Sure.
According to the detectives, another drowning victim, but no accident. She had a crushed larynx. I'm willing to bet there's silt in her lungs, too.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
And again, no sign of an intruder.
It's like he just vanished into thin air.
We're at a key. Are the police bringing Robert in?
And they're questioning him. We're next in line.
What about Bridget Jameson?
I don't think a 65-year-old non-swimmer could take out Jimmy and Katie.
And besides, I'm her alibi. She was with Anton and me. But she knew details about Jimmy's and Katie's death she had no possible way of knowing.
It was like I was somewhere else. I could see the scratches on her neck, the splashing of the water, watching something attack the poor woman, watching her drown.
Did you see or sense anyone else?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. It was all so strange. I really want to figure this thing out.
Believe me, so do we.
You seem to be experiencing a remarkable connection to what's happening with the Sheffields, and we need to find out why. Are you related to them?
Oh, dear me, no. The old gentleman, though, I remember from when I was a small tyke in the keeping of the sisters. Whenever he would give the convent a donation, we girls would be paraded out to thank him, as if he were the lord of the manor. But I never once remember he even looked me in the eye. Of course, now he has all this grief coming down on his house.
First Jimmy. Now the cops think I killed Katie. And they won't be around when I'm murdered. Is that what you want?
Sit down!
You know, you just don't understand.
I need the money now. I've got unions threatening to pull out. The banks are calling my loans. I just need to finish 3 more units just to get the cash flow moving again.
Do you think I enjoy flushing my money down the toilet?
You'd be investing in your grandson.
No. I'd be investing in a loser.
Shut up! Do not call me that! I am not gonna let you push me over the edge. I'm not my father.
Well, that's the problem. You are your father. Besides, he pulled the trigger himself. You are weak. Just like your father. You made your bed, now lie in it.
If I don't come up with $200,000 by the end of the week, I'm as good as dead. Can you live with that? Do you have any conscience at all? Of course you don't.
Tell me what I want to hear. No, talk to me. Tell me what I want to hear. Huh? This would be the last time we'd be talking.
I would if we could sit down and talk to the gentleman.
Robert, come on. You like that? Huh? Do you listen?
Get off!
No. You know, I've always thought of myself as a handyman. The right tool for the right job, I always say.
Oh, what are you doing?
Want me to drill you an extra nostril, Mr. Prager? I got your name off your driver's license. See? Not a bad picture. Oh, wait a sec here. Thank you for the contribution. Let's see. Expired. Ooh, an organ donor card. And unlike your credit cards, it's still valid.
Look, Mr. Harley, I really gotta get going.
How the hell do you know my name? You come out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, some of my best customers turn up dead. How am I supposed to collect my fake if you keep knocking them off? You see my point?
You're so subtle, it's hard to miss. Look, you got the wrong idea. I'm not in your line of work.
Yeah. According to your ID, you belong to something called the OSIR.
Yeah, the Organization of Young Socialists, and I really believe we can make a difference.
Talk to me. Now.
Oh, this is great. I just wish I could get up my pen.
What?
I could give you your own chapter. Look, I'm writing a tell-all biography on the Sheffields. You know, a real dirty under the fingernails, pull no punches, drag them through the mud tabloid tale. Dark family secrets, shady deals, kickbacks, payoffs, capitalism on a grand scale.
You some kind of pinko scam artist or what?
Just a voice in the wilderness demanding to be heard. Sir.
You know, I had an aunt in the nut house when I was a kid. Used to watch her drool on her knitting. Her doctor gave her what they call an ice pick lobotomy. Jammed a spike into her brain and kind of stirred it around. She was real quiet after that. If I ever see you again, you'll be making paper dolls for a living.
There are worse ways to make a living, I guess. Oh, man. What about camp fair?
Yeah, the silt we found in the victim's lungs is an absolute match with the samples taken from here.
Peter, there's no way those bodies could have been drowned here and then moved.
Yeah, I know. See, the problem is this reservoir is the source of all the water in the whole area.
Whoops, here we go. Is that a sunken boat?
No, it's too square and big.
Well, how do you find out exactly what it is?
Well, there's only one way that I know of. It's like a big box embedded in the reservoir. I estimate it to be about 20 feet long, maybe 18 feet wide, and 15 feet high.
What happened to you? Where you been?
Don't ask. Let's just say we can rule out Harley as a suspect. Although he'd like to see the Sheffields dead, swell guy that he is.
It appears as though someone or something beat him to it. How's it going?
I'll let you know in a minute.
The cops released Robert, and not enough evidence to make the charges stick.
You sound disappointed.
No, it's just that it made sense, that's all. Not that everything we look into makes sense.
Oh, come on. Banshees make sense.
Well, they're a Celtic myth. Spectral demons with long flowing hair. They sit up on your walls at night, combing their hair with the bones of their victims. And they howl.
Sounds like my second wife.
And they steal children.
Harrison saw a little girl. You suppose he breached a contract with the other side? Ooh.
He wouldn't be the first captain of industry to have sold his soul. I grew up with people like the Sheffields. My dad, for instance.
Oh, man.
What is it?
This will show you what we found.
Looks like a building.
It's actually a stone farmhouse. There's a window, boarded up from the outside. Door, same thing. You know, I'm guessing, but I think there's probably 2 bodies down there that were trapped inside, maybe more. Tomorrow we'll go down and have another look.
That building has to have been there since before the valley was flooded for the reservoir.
Someone drowned them like rats. Why?
Well, this might explain it. It was nailed beside the door.
A Celtic cross. There was an editorial on the Irish in one of those old newspaper clippings I found at the archives. I dug up everything I could find on the Sheffields. Listen to this. Squatters impede reservoir endeavor. Immigrant workers hold up Sheffield irrigation project. Apparently, a family refused to leave the valley. They held up the project for weeks.
Is that a motive for murder?
Here's that editorial I found. I thought it was bigoted even for the time. It was the 20s. It's a good old-fashioned redneck rant. The Irish vermin have been a blight upon this fair community far too long. It is one thing for them to live off the fat of our land as laborers, and quite another, indeed, for them to expect the full privileges of natural-born citizens.
That's an enlightened individual.
Signed, Harrison T. Sheffield, March 11, 1927. It was the Jamesons that were the holdout family.
Maybe Bridget witnessed something as a child.
And suppressed it all these years. Yes, could be the visions she's been having are related to her childhood trauma.
Well, you think she'd agree to some sort of regression hypnosis?
Certainly worth asking. You know, the key to this entire mystery could be buried deep within her subconscious.
Here's to you, Katie and Jimmy, wherever you are. You didn't think I'd outlive you, did you? Fooled the lot of you, didn't I?
Why? Why did you do it?
Only you can can throw light on those years, Bridget. The past won't hurt you. It's only shadows, old memories.
I can't see anything.
What can you hear? What can you feel?
So cold. So alone. What do you want with me?
Why did you do it? Why?
Stay away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away!
Why?
She's gone.
Can't swim.
They've blocked up the chimney. And the windows all around are covered in slats and boards. There's no way out. No escape.
Recall!
Why did you do it?
Where are you now, Bridget?
I'm hiding in the corner, crying. My mother breaking the windows and pushing the boards. There's water on the floor, rising everywhere.
Where's it coming from?
It's coming through the walls. And it's coming up through the floor. It's rising everywhere. The water is everywhere.
Can't swim. Can't breathe. The water.
Mommy does kicking the door. Mother's crying and holding me close. Oh!
What is it?
Now shut holding the door. But it's not big enough for us to get through. The water is rushing in. It's cold. They wouldn't get out. Filthy bastard. I had her right to be on my land. Oh, right.
Ma and Dad are screaming.
Oh, so cold. Oh, so dark. I can't swim. I can't breathe.
Stop this, Anton, now!
Bridget, I want you to return to the present in 3, 2, 1. It's over, Bridget. It was over a long time ago.
He did it. He drowned my family.
Who?
Well, that's why he gave money to the convent, to support me. And why he could never look me in the eye. Guilt, shame, blood money.
Harrison Sheffield.
Can't swim. Can't breathe.
Let me go!
The water. Water's everywhere.
Let me go. Please!
All right. I'm coming. What a surprise.
Where's Mr. Sheffield?
He's around somewhere.
Is he all right?
He should be. Same old crabby self.
Upstairs, in the bedroom.
Mr. Sheffield! Mr. Sheffield? Where the hell is he? Bridget, in your vision, Harrison Sheffield was in this room, right?
Yes.
And you said something else was in here with him. What is it? What do you see?
You know the little girl you were seeing? It was me. Done.
Final case log. The police have no leads on Harrison Sheffield's death. We've provided them with our report. At the reading of his grandfather's will, Robert Sheffield learned he'd been disinherited. His body was found floating in the reservoir that bore his family name.
Mr. Harley, you've been a naughty boy. What's this? Take it away.
Case log addendum. The subsequent investigation led to the arrest of John Harley. Prager out.
Both science and theology agree that we are bound by the elements of nature. Yet there is an abundance of evidence which suggests that some human spirits may operate after death, in a realm as yet unknown and inaccessible to the living. For Psi Factor, I'm Dan Aykroyd.